Having done the various methods in which the natural vegetative propagation takes place, now we are going to see what are the advantages and disadvantages of this process. So, firstly we are going to take the advantages of this process. What are the merits that vegetative propagation has when it takes place in the plants? We are going to see that first of all. Now, the first point of advantage that the vegetative propagation has is that supposedly you have seedless plants. So, it would be easier for propagating or getting the offspring of seedless plants. For example, you have banana and pineapple. These are the simplest examples, and if ever you don't have any idea what would be the advantages and disadvantages, you cannot recall the entire topic, do remember about banana and pineapple. They are propagated using their vegetative propagules, and why it is preferred to have vegetative propagation in this case, because they are seedless plants. So, it is easier to obtain the offsprings. Second is, supposedly an organism is having, or a plant is having, a seed set which is very much limited, a limited seed set or a small seed set of the plant is available. Then also the plant can propagate very easily by the process of vegetative propagation. The example is that of lilies, and the other example is potato. Okay. In case of lilies and potato, you can get the, and of course lawn grass. Now, these plants, they have a very limited seed set, so it is easier to get the offsprings by the process of vegetative propagation. Also, in cases supposedly the seed is having a long dormancy period, then also you can easily get the offsprings. Now, consider the example of potato. Supposedly you have to get the offsprings from the seeds of potato, it would take one season, that means 1 year, but otherwise you can get the potato plants within 3 months if you have to use their tubers for the offspring. Okay. The third point of advantage is this, that the offsprings, that is the daughters which are being formed, the daughter organisms, they have, or I would write daughter plants, have 100%, almost 100% survival rate. This varies and is as low as 1% in the case of seeds. Okay, the survival of daughter plants from the seeds is as low as 1%, but when it is from vegetative propagation, it ranges as high as 100%. What else can you ask for? Then supposedly there is some disease. Okay, diseases or shortcomings in the plant from the horticulture point of view can be removed. Now, how can they be removed? Simply by pruning or cutting, you can get rid of the region which is having the disease, and the plant can be having the shortcomings. Plant could be, I'm sorry, I'm not able to put it in good words, that the plant that you obtain after removing the shortcomings would be the best possible that you could ask for. Okay. Now, the last one is, supposedly you are having fruits. Now, the fruit set out of the plant can be uniform, because all the fruit sets that the plant gives would be uniform, because all the daughters are alike. So, you are going to get a uniform fruit set. Apart from this, the viability of the plants can be increased. You can see the plants grow in those regions where the survival rate was minimum. In the regions where the seeds are not having favorable conditions, there also the vegetative propagule has such a tendency that it can survive. So, these are the advantages of the vegetative propagation. So, we are going to revise that the seedless plants can be generated by the process of vegetative propagation. The seed set, where if it is low, the seed set, a small seed set is being produced by the plant, then we can have the offsprings being generated, the daughter plants. The daughter plants have 100% survival rate if they are vegetatively propagated. The diseases or shortcomings, they can be removed by pruning or cutting, and the fruit set can be uniform. Apart from this, whatever daughter plant you are preserving, it can be preserved for a long period, okay, without any changes. You can get a lot many lot many offsprings in one go. In the case of micropropagation, we have a topic dedicated to what micropropagation is. Micropropagation is such a process in which you can get millions, not millions is a great number, thousands of offsprings in one go. It's such an easy process. So it is because we use the asexual method of vegetative propagation. So these are the few points of advantages that you have in the case of vegetative propagation.